Equipment is a lot in Legends, and when you go to PvP, you see some people with A equipment, S equipment. That's the regular, right? You usually see people with A, S, maybe B if you're in the lower ranks. But you usually just see people with A and S's, right? Or maybe some Z's here and there. And obviously, as you see, my team has all Z, except for Lord Chilled. I just didn't care about his equipment. I had Cooler. He had like 2 Z's and 1 S, and before I was like, well, I was testing out the health restoration, so he's not going to be there forever. But if he does get a Zenkai, I will keep him, and then I'll worry about his equipment. But for now, I think I was going to put Cooler back. But obviously, my whole team is almost Z. I'm only missing just like 3 equipments. But today, obviously, in the title is how to get good equipment in Legends. Well, I have my hybrid Saiyan team right here. As you see, I don't have like that good equipment. Obviously you see a lot of Z's and S's. As you see, Future Trunks right here. He's kind of poor on the equipment. Now, don't get me wrong. I have some equipment for him, but it's just not for him. So like, I can put this one on for him, which I'm okay with. But that's pretty much it. Everything else is A, and I don't really like having A's. Obviously, I have an A right here, but it's just for now. I was thinking of getting a different equipment, so let's take this one out for now. And you see, you only have S's and Z's. So I'm gonna show you how to how to get good equipment. Let's go into DBZ Space. Okay, here's DBZ Space. So obviously on my phone, we have DBZ Space here. So let's go look for Trunks right here. Trunks is right here, and you usually want to go to the character you want, the good equipment for. So you see, this is all the equipment he has. But today we're not going to worry about awakened equipment. That's a different story. It's a completely different story. So we got a lot of equipment here. Now, some of these equipment on DBZ Space might be a little tricky. So you want to look at the names. So it says melee type, and some of them might say like melee type and blue. But for some reason, DBZ Space doesn't like mix them together. I don't know if Renzi's changed that. I'm pretty sure he has. But let's look at some equipment here. So like the Super Saiyan Goku equipment, like the Angry Super Saiyan. This is one of the best Super Saiyan equipments ever to make. Like base key recovery and that strike attack, and like strike defense is really, really good. You really want that on a Super Saiyan. Basically, you always want this equipment for Super Saiyans. It's a really, really good equipment. So we're gonna get that one for sure. And I think this melee type Goku right here is another really good one too. It's good strike defense and that strike attack and that blast defense. But like, it's like the bottom one is like different. But you want that strike attack. Both strike attacks are really, really good. You want those both strike attacks. So what I love about DBZ Space is where you can get them. He tells you where you can get them and high percentages. So you want to keep that in mind, and you want to see how you can get a Z. So obviously, the first thing you want to do with the equipment is you want to get the max, thing. Like let's say you want to get let's say you get 14%, right? Let's get 14 exactly. I don't know. Let's stand right here. 14. There you go. 14%. And obviously you want to get high like strike attack. Let's say you can get only to like what's the max? 12.5. Let's say you can get like 11. Where's 11? There you go. 10.9. And you obviously want the strike. So let's switch to strike. Let's get this. Boom, you got an S. But if you keep upgrading, boom, you got a Z. This can go up to 18%. Wow, that's pretty good. So let's say you get to right here. So like both, it's gonna be S, which is good if you could get that lucky upgrade. Boom. Unless you get the lucky upgrade with this one, you can manage to max it out. Boom, Z plus. So let's go back to Legends. So in Legends, obviously you see I have all this Z equipment. Let's go to upgrade. Let's go to on the bottom right here. I ranked mines by, I put mines by ranked. So it shows like the least best to like my best. I only have one, like two Z plus actually. I thought I only had one. Oh shoot, I didn't even realize I had this one for the longest time. I have 2 Z plus, and then I see all these Z's. I don't have that many Z's honestly, but I have a lot of S's for sure though. Look at all these S's. So we wanted that Super Saiyan equipment for Trunks, right? So let's go into the Frieza event because that's where it is. I already know where this equipment is. I always be farming this equipment for the longest time. Go to Scream and you go to EX1 because that was the highest percentage for this guy. I think it also tells you here if you go to equipment. Go to equipment, go to the archive, and if you look for the Super Saiyan Goku equipment, it should be down here somewhere. Where is it? Should be down here somewhere. Here it is. How to get. Boom. But it doesn't tell you the, you know, the percentage, which is why I like DBZ Space for. It always tells you these percentage. So I'm gonna do like 5 runs. I'm always like 5 center bars, or I'm gonna go until I have no stamina more. So I'll be right back until I'm done with that. I mean, not stamina. Until I can't get any equipment anymore. Okay, so I'm at the point where I can't refill my stamina anymore, so I have to go sell the equipment. So let's go sell my equipment. So obviously it sets you on sell, and you go scroll all the way to the bottom. See all these E's. You're obviously gonna sell all these, but we're gonna go to the top and look. Boom, we got 1 C. We're gonna lock that up. It's actually pretty good. But you usually want a red C and a gold C. My recommendation: don't go for gold D's. Always go for red C's. And even I mean the red C's. Well, yeah, obviously red C's. But if it's a gold C, look at the percentage. See how far off from the max it is. See, this one's only a 0.75 off. I'm gonna keep it. It's pretty good anyways. So we're gonna sell all these. We're gonna select all of them. Just sell them all. Don't keep one. And it's a good way to getting Zenny too. So you have 1.9 billion. I had like 2.9 billion before. Like before I started grinding like Zenkais and stuff like that. And I went all the way back to 1.9. I literally spent 1 billion Zenny on Zenkai grinding and stuff like that. So there you go. I have one good Super Saiyan equipment, so you want to come down here. And if you get a bunch of C's, you want to press the upgrade all button and just press boom, boom. Check details. I don't know what the max is for that. It doesn't tell you, unfortunately. And you upgrade again. Into A, unfortunately. Alright. And then you want to go to that equipment again. Let's select that. If we actually it would be an A, so it'd be down here. So it's an old equipment. Should be down here. Here it is. Want to hold on to it. So look at the max. 12.5, and I got 840. It's not that great. And then I got the lowest one. So I think the key recovery is you want to upgrade that one. So the reason why you want to get a red C and a gold C, depending on the gold C, on the first slot, or when you get the equipment in general, it's because the first slot you cannot erase. Like once you get that equipment, it's stuck like that. Like the first slot right here, you can't reset it yourself, because obviously that's just like basically selling the equipment. So when you farm equipment, you want to have the first slot gold or red for sure. You always want a red. Obviously, every time you get a red, keep that equipment. Well, if it's a good equipment, but if you're farming that equipment and it comes out red, keep it. Depending how much you need, you only really need 6, because obviously when you make a new team, it just takes out the equipment. You can just reuse that equipment. If you really need 6 equipment, then that like the max equipment, then it's obviously 6. But you really only need like 3 to 2 equipment of that same equipment. Like the highest I've seen was like 4 of the same equipment. I don't really need to use 6, but 6 is usually the max. But if you do get 6 reds of those, keep them. They're really good. Because you know you only have limited amount of space, so you only want to keep a limited amount of equipments. So we got a gold here, which is pretty decent. But you want to reset this one, so I want to go over here and press this arrow. Oh, I didn't select it. Oh well, let's go over here anyways and find that equipment again. There you are. Click it, and let's recover this. So usually you want to use erasers. Always want to use erasers. Never. Oh, did not want to see that. Never use chrono crystals. When this first came out, erasers were a thing, I believe. Yeah, they were. That's when they introduced erasers and this re-rolling equipment. I use a lot of crystals. Like I usually every time it resets, you can use 10. Oh yeah, one thing. Every time a daily reset happens, let's say you use I don't know, 3 resets with chrono crystals, it'll go back to 10 chrono crystals. So let's say it goes up to a 50. It's like, oh, don't never go above 50. Honestly, if you want to go to 10, then 20, then 30. I believe it goes 20 after this. Yeah, it does. It's 10, 20, 30, and then 50, and then it goes to 100, and it stays at 100. Never go over 50, just go to 30 if you really want to reroll that badly. But just wait till a daily reset. Honestly, I just go once, and if it doesn't work, just wait till daily reset or wait to erasers. And you do get erasers and daily login, so I recommend choosing that over the 10 chrono crystals now. That honestly, I don't know why they don't recommend that. Equipment's erasers are really like, you don't really get that much erasers, so I recommend getting those from dailies. And the weekends always give you 2, so always choose that more than chrono crystals. Chrono crystals say 10. I don't know why they didn't upgrade to like 50 or something like that every weekend, but I'm gonna reroll once, see what we get. And does it become better? It did become better. Look, we got an S just like that. So now we're gonna go to our team, go to characters. I don't have to do that, just back up, but I'm just so used to doing that. So we go right here at our team, and boom, we got another S equipment just like that. And if I reroll the middle, it could possibly become a Z. If I get the max right there, it becomes a Z or a Z plus. This looks like this could become a Z plus, but that's what we have DBZ Space for. So let's go to DBZ Space. All right, so I'm right here, and I'm at the equipment that we just got. So we got like what, 4.5 or 4.2? Yeah, we got 4.2, right? We got 4.25, I remember. Let's try to get it exact. 4.25. There we go, 4.25. I think we got like 8% ish right here. But let's get this to like 4% first, actually, because we know that 4%. We got to like 8%. So let's see how much it is to like Z. There we go, that's a Z. So at 11.9 is when it becomes a Z, and if we max this out, it's not going to become a Z plus. If we get this higher, any higher than that, so let's say we get that max, which is like almost impossible. Like any, honestly, so like wow, as soon as we hit like 4.2, 4.25, yeah, I didn't even notice it changed. Hold on. Yeah, 4.5 is when we get to Z plus, but that's pretty hard, honestly. Don't like hurt, like, you know, don't down on yourself if you can't get a Z plus. Honestly, stick with Z. Getting Z plus is just like super lucky. Honestly, just aim for Z. Don't really aim for Z plus. It's like summoning for legends. Only like aim for like one copy of a character. Never go for more. Like for legends limited, like getting a Z plus is like literally getting a LF unit on a single, or a discount, something like that, or like on the ticket. I don't even know, like on a random multi. It's like getting, yeah, it's like that. Just like don't aim for Z plus. Just go for Z's. Just stick with that. And if you manage to get a Z plus, then great. Just stick with the Z though. So for my go on here, I know I don't have this. I got lucky, by the way. I didn't even reroll this equipment. I just got this, so I didn't reroll this equipment. One thing, don't reroll awaken like these platinum equipments, because eventually you're gonna get an awakening, and all the hard work all the material you wasted to reroll on that equipment is just gonna go to nothing, because you obviously want to get the awakened version. But obviously my awakened version is trash. I'm gonna work on it later. I just have this one for now because I didn't even waste any materials. I just upgraded it and boom. I was like, oh, you know what? I'm just going to keep this one. But for Gohan, he has that one. So I already chose that for Gohan. Gohan has that one equipment over here in the new cell event, which you should do before the cell event leaves, which leaves in 3 days. I'm up as soon as I can. You go over here to level 25, which is like the cheapest one. It's 200% to get this guy, and it costs less stamina. But I don't know. I think you should just go to the 50 to get that equipment. I think, was it 50? I think it was 45. Yes, 45. It costs less skip tickets, but it does cost more stamina. But what I would do, I have a lot of these 3 stamina ones, so I just do this, boom, boom. And it takes 3 stamina, so all you do is waste 3 skip tickets, which is honestly the best one for me. And let's see how much we get. We should get like 30, I believe. Or 10? Yeah, we get about 7. Okay, no, that's 8. And let's check how much we get from the 25. Let's use my 2 stamina ones. I have a bunch of those. Anyways, 5. Just cost 2 more skip tickets. I don't have that many skip tickets. I've been using a lot of my skip tickets. And boom, we get more here. So yeah, I think we should just stick to the level 25 and get this equipment. So I'm gonna be right back and try to reroll this equipment a bunch of times. Alright, so now I'm at the point where I can't refill my stamina because I'm full on equipment. So let's go and sell some equipment. So it's gonna go all the way to the bottom. And unfortunately we did not get a C. And this will happen a bunch of times, so don't get mad at yourselves and oh, I'm just so unlucky. This happens a lot of times to me. I just delete everything, honestly. Honestly, it's just more zenny for me. Just, you know, oh, don't press that. Wait to your max. That's like almost max. So just sell all the equipment. Never keep these. These are trash. Never keep E's or D's that aren't gold. You always want C's or above. But yeah, I'm gonna keep re-rolling that equipment until I get a good equipment. But that's pretty much how you re-roll equipment. I will do another video on how to get good awakening equipment and what's, you know, what do you do and stuff like that. Oh, what should I sacrifice for awakening my equipment and stuff like that. But I'll talk about that more stuff in the video. But that's how you re-roll equipment. You want to get basically the basic thing is just to get the C, a red C or a gold C, depending on the percentage on the gold C. And just keep at least 3 to 6 of those equipments for, you know, specific characters, because you never know what other characters come out in the future that you can use it again. And just keep erasing it till it becomes a Z, like the 2 slots to become Z or an S if you're okay with those. Honestly, I'm just gonna go for Z's. I only go for Z's. I stick with S's for now. If I'm really frustrated in that equipment, just work on a different equipment. Like, if you really get frustrated on one equipment, just work on a different one and come back to that one later. And then, like, you know, just keep upgrading. That's why we get a bunch of races. Equipment is like a thing you do over time. I've been doing this for many months now. Many months. That's how I got my LOE team to like this state right now. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna keep working on my hybrid team because my Zenkai Gohan is. I almost got my Gohan to Zenkai. I just literally need one more copy, and I'll be ready for him. And I will do a showcase on it when I finally get that Gohan to 7 stars, aka Zenkai level 2. I'll get you guys in the next video. Peace.